Farm. Great service and great rates. You can get it all from State Farm. By Napa Auto Parts. Napa, get the good stuff. By Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of NASCAR. And by New Gillette Fusion, the best shave ever in manual and battery power. And to learn more about Nextel FanView Race Rewind, go to foxsports.com/Nextel FanView. A handy device that you can rent at any track you go to that gives you the audio, pictures, and stats of your favorite driver. And you can switch from driver to driver throughout the race. Only thing better is if you'd be watching NASCAR on Fox. But FanView is certainly worth that. These are the kind of stats that you would get if you were on FanView. These points up to the moment, as you see Jimmy Johnson, who has led since the start of the season, has fallen out of the top spot as he got off to a rough start here and is currently 10 laps behind leader Tony Stewart. Mike?
Coming off turn 4, Tony Stewart will lead Matt Kenseth. Kurt Busch, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, and Kevin Harvick back to green.
Kurt Busch in the 2 trying to clear Kenny Schrader in that 21 car. Kenny up there just trying to get one of these 2 laps back. Just can't seem to do it.
No, but he's right there, Larry, and that's, again, I feel sorry for him. He's got a really fast car, but he just can't get up there to get the lucky dog because he's 2 laps down.
And he's just not quite quick enough to drive by the leader up there right now.
No, he can hang with him, though. He'll run right there where he is.
J.J. Ailey did get the free pass on that last caution flag, so he's back on the lead lap.
I mean, what's amazing, we're approaching lap 300. We actually only have 1 car out of the race. Hermie Sadler in a 00. Now we got Brent Sherman and Jimmy McMurray behind the walls making repairs, but only 1 car actually out.
Second place, Kurt Busch. Takes it away from Kenseth.
Former teammates.
Go get that 20.
Working together.
But I think that was smart of Matt Kenseth in the 17, because right now he has a couple of lap down cars in between him and 4th place Jeff Gordon in the 24. Lose as little bit of time as possible right there.
There's a guy just coming in the picture back there in that Phillips car. That sucker is coming, baby.
Kyle Busch, the winner of the Busch race yesterday.
OAD, overactive adrenaline disorder, a quality Ford drivers possess. And these are the biggest movers of the race. Kevin LePage has gained 13 positions among the Ford drivers. Matt Kenseth 4, Elliott Sadler 2. Since they dropped the green.
And I tell you what, I'm happy for Kevin LePage in that 61 car. He's still on the lead lap. Darrell talked about the top 35 in points leaving here. There you see Kevin in the 61 car. Coming in here, he was only 5 points out of the top 35. That's something they want to accomplish before they leave here, is be in the top 35 for Martinsville. And
he takes advantage of Scott Wimmer in the 4, the locally based Morgan McClure car, with their shops up in Abingdon, Virginia, just across the state line. Got into a little dust up there with Terry Labonte.
Wimmer's been doing a good job.
Yep. Lead lap all day.
Lead lap.
But I'm going to tell you what, you don't think these boys have stepped it up. Tony Stewart just ran his fastest lap of the race about 6 laps ago. Kurt Busch in the 2 just ran his quickest lap 3 laps ago of the race. 1570s around this half-mile racetrack.
Likewise, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, and Dale Earnhardt Jr., who has climbed to 8th. Casey Kane 9th, Carl Edwards 10th.
As we like to say, business picking up.
Oh, yeah. The hourglass, the sand, she's slowly running out.
Outside corner. You're clear.
But, Darrell, we also get to the point in the race where there are a lot of cars running minus fenders, minus aero, and minus some of their competitive ability they started the race with. In other words, there's a few moving chicanes out there.
Yes, there are. But, you know, once you get to this point in the race, 300 laps, almost 300 laps in, guys start paying more attention to who's coming and giving them a break. No need to racing them now.
Let me tell you who's coming. We've been talking about him a lot during the race. A lot like Kurt Busch back about lap 60 to 62. Greg Biffle in the 16 car had a flat tire in the green. If that wasn't enough, he had a pit road speeding penalty. At one point, he was 3 laps down. Now he is working on Carl Edwards in the 99, his teammate, to get back in the top 10. There's another car that will be there before it's over with.
That's it, but be smooth. Him and Dia.
Meanwhile, Kevin Harvick stays right on the back bumper and dips inside Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon's car is not quite as good as it was a little while ago. I'm not sure. It looks like it maybe got real tight on him, and he just doesn't get off the corner like he did.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon, you nailed it, Darrell. Jeff Gordon's car has tightened up on him. He just came on the radio as you were saying it and said, guys, we got to free it up.
Yeah, it just looks like he can't get back to the throttle, Dick, and it's a little slow right in the middle of the corner, which is a tight condition.
Tough day for Jamie McMurray. His car sent behind the wall in that latest caution. Jeannie can update us.
Oh, yes. And DW, it's not an hourglass of sand. It's an hourglass of kitty litter because we are up to our eyebrows in it right now around the 26 of Jamie McMurray. How's this for a grocery list? We need a power steering reservoir and a line that goes with it. Hey, grab that big oil line that goes across the back of the motor, and oh yeah, the radiator. That's the kind of stuff I guess you get to work on when you're at Bristol, and they are hard at work trying to get them back out there, guys.
Thanks, Jeannie. 115, make that 215 laps to go as Mark Martin draws a bead on Jeff Gordon.
You know, there was a time back in the day when we didn't have our trucks in the infield, and we had to bring everything inside the racetrack and put it in our pits. So a lot of times, and there was no tunnel to get out.
Turn 2, Darrell.
Whoops. Elliott Sadler in the 38 car.
Whoops. He goes around off the bumper of Jeff Green for our 12th caution of the day. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. But we used to have to bring everything in anticipation of what we might need. And if you didn't have it, you were out of the race. So now they got all this stuff in the infield. They can keep these cars running all day.
Lap 287 for our 12th yellow flag.
Now, Elliott Sadler in the 38 was running in the 12th position last time by the start-finish line.
Thought I heard him say something about a loose wheel.
Well, extremely tight right there, extremely tight. That was the exact opposite way to go on air pressure. I messed y'all up on that. Let it.
Tell you what, we're lucky there wasn't a lot of cars involved in that one.
Yeah, Jeff Green in the Best Buy car just barely slid by. See him right there on the outside.
See Jeff Burton in the 31, Robbie Gordon in the 7, Ryan Newman in the 12 just had to stop right there to keep from getting into him. Wasn't sure which way he was going to go.
Not sure what caused the initial contact between Green and Sadler that sent Sadler around. You see the damage to the left rear. That is the result. Dave Blaney was the first car 1 lap down. He will get the free pass.
Now, we've been talking about speeds picking up, but I think another thing that's going on, I think there's a couple of things going on. I think, one, the track is cooling down. I know that does not look like a huge change, but remember, this track is concrete. But I think one reason a lot of the conditions of the cars are changing, Darrell, you mentioned it a while ago, this is when rubber really starts building up on the track, like you mentioned, and change the handling characteristics.
That and every driver knows they've got to save a little bit here. You cannot run the thing as hard as it'll go. You'll physically wear out. You'll get in wrecks. So I think that the drivers start to pick the pace up too, as much as the track and the cars improve as well.
Now, pit road is open. Most of the top 10 or 12 stayed out. Looks like pretty much from about Jeff Green on back will take advantage of this caution.
289 laps complete, still more than 200 to go, and Tony Stewart in command.